Hi there, and welcome to the first ever, inaugural episode of our podcast, Dropkick SoCal. And here we talk about, all things wrestling, pro wrestling from WWE, AEW. Hell, we'll probably even talk about stuff from like across the border or across the sea, Lucha Libre, All Japan. Point is, guys, you like wrestling? You're in the right spot. I am Mooski, and right over here, I got my pal here. Introduce yourself, man.
My name is Charlieverse.
Alrighty, and we're just pro wrestling nerds who just want to talk about pro wrestling. Little bit about us. Let's see here. So I'm actually, apart from this, I'm a music teacher. I love music, and yeah, I'm mostly a musician. That's how I make my living. And let's see here. As for pro wrestling, we all get started there kind of young, and then like from there, I kind of got into the more like sports combats kind of stuff, like boxing, MMA, all that stuff. It all kind of starts with pro wrestling,
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly. And, I guess like, I want to say that unlike most people, bro, it was actually my mom that got me.
Okay, yeah. I get you.
I mean, we're both Latinos, and I think you can understand this, man.
Yeah, I get
Santos.
you. Yeah.
She got into those movies, and I liked them too. And, eventually we both got into pro wrestling. Well, a little bit more about that. Charlie?
Okay, so I already said my name, Charlieverse. Um, I am a musician too, not as much as Muski.
Yes, you are.
I mean, because you teach. I don't teach
You
as
do?
yeah, but you have more time than I do. Okay, but I also do art. That's more my thing than music. Music is an outlet to unwind, and art just to let's see what happens. So with me, I got into wrestling like a little bit before the ruthless aggression. So I caught all of it, but I've always been a fan of Eddie Guerrero.
Hell yeah, Viva la Raza, man.
What was him and Rey Mysterio, those were my favorite too. But, being Latinos, being Mexican raised or descent, you know about AAA, El Consejo Mundial, you know all about that. So, yeah, I love wrestling, whether it be from Mexico, from the U.S., Japan, um, England. Doesn't matter. It's all cool. It's all cool.
UK's got some shit too, yeah.
Yeah, they're...
Pardon me. And speaking of that, man, guys, a lot of the art that you'll probably see in like more social media pages, a lot of the graphics, that's gonna be all Charlie right there. So, we'll probably link our stuff too. So you want to check out some of the art stuff we do, some of the music stuff we do, check that out as well. But yeah, all right, guys, a little intro there for us. But yeah, but point is, guys, one thing's for sure. There is a lot to talk about nowadays in the world of pro wrestling. I mean,
Yes, there is. There is.
lately, man, it's been crazy. I mean, basically, it's almost like similar back with the Monday Night Wars, like
Similar.
there was actual competition, and after that, like WWE was pretty much the main attraction, like wrestlers, that's if they make it there, they make it everywhere else. I mean, the Indies had a pretty good reputation going too, and especially now with the what was it, the rise of like internet viewing and stuff, YouTube, all that stuff. Like people got more aware of the Indies. Yeah, but like WWE still kind of had the big power. But then like after some years, a couple years ago, here comes AEW.
The best time ever.
Yeah. Well, those first 2 years, man, were freaking amazing. You gotta admit,
I used to be on top of their schedule. I used to see every show.
right? I mean, because it was just such a big alternative to WWE. Because let's be honest, I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, no disrespect to you, McMahon, but come on, you fucked up big time, all right?
It was
Right
different.
now, I mean, he was it's true, he really was losing connection with the audience. You could see it for like a lot of the 2010 years. I mean, there were still moments, like great moments, but
But it lost a lot.
it did. It's just like, yeah, and then when AEW came around, like a new alternative, like with good shit, good new shit, but at the same time, like, a little feeling of the old school. Man.
Because to me, it was a clash of styles, literally. Because you had your powerhouses, your strong style, your lucha libre. You had everything. And WWE, they only focus on powerhouse. And I'm like,
That old joke, man. Vince McMahon loves big muscles.
and to me, being a lucha libre fan, I'm like, that's like my main go-to. Like, I don't want to see Rey Mysterio or Sin Cara lose to Braun Strowman for the fifth, sixth week in a row. So, like, nah, dog.
Yeah, and I feel you, man. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like WWE was the big powerhouse, but it wasn't much opportunities if you were a smaller, skinnier wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's definitely a place too for everybody. The big powerhouses, the small high flyers. There's a place for everybody. But McMahon just didn't really.
He messed it up.
Yeah, he was too centered on what he thought was good.
But it was cool that NXT came around.
Oh God, yes, dude.
Early NXT, not the one right now.
Not the 2.0.
The early NXT.
Yes,
That was
with Papa H in charge.
Man. And when AEW came in, I would flip back and forth.
Wednesday Night Wars.
And it was like, I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what AEW is doing.
Right.
Keep in mind, when there's a video on YouTube on Super Bowl halftime show.
Really?
And there's NXT.
What?
And it was like their main, 4? I can't remember how many. But it was like a tornado thing. And it was awesome, dude.
I need to look that up, man. Holy crap.
That's like, to me, that's like my video to watch to like really get into anything. Because it's like, dude, it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Gotcha. I'll have to check that out, man. Damn. Ah, man. But yeah, let's see here. All right, but yeah, going back to that, man. Good little segue. McMahon eventually, like, sadly took over NXT from H. Yeah. But then again, this is too much like gossip and stuff in a way. But basically, y'all know what happened to McMahon. They discovered some shit, NDAs, him being a perverted old man. Because come on, every baby boomer millionaire, come on, who isn't? Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, that crap came out of nowhere. Yeah, and he knew he was going down. He knew he was going down.
When I found out, when they were talking about it,
yeah.
The first thing that hit my mind was like, oh, please bring back Triple H. Please bring back Triple H.
And then
that was the first thing that hit my mind. Like,
what do you know, man? So basically, yeah, McMahon knew he was going down. And in a way, it's like he retired because he knew that since he was going down, it's going to reflect terrible on his company. Him and all the other old-ass perverts that were accused of that too left. And then Papa Daddy Triple H took over creative. And, dude, that's where stuff started getting good. I'm sorry. It's like, it's just like he had a connection with the audience. And not just that, but, like, the connection with the wrestlers too, It's like they actually... McMahon was just a grumpy, irritable old man, dude. Like, you heard the stories of, like, he would scream at people through, like, production and stuff. Michael Cole especially hated that shit.
Yeah.
God. With Triple H, it's like, you could talk to me. Because, God,
dude, like, what do you think, like, what WWE is going through right now with him is pretty much what NXT was. Yeah. And it was a lot calmer. Like, if you notice, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but most of the people that were in NXT that got called up, that they lost so many character stuff, they might get it back.
They might, dude.
And I'm hoping for it. And I'm like, please, like, give them back their stuff.
Exactly, man. But yeah, and so talking about that, with WWE being on the rise again and, like, wrestlers actually being happy, the audience, like, and their numbers got boosted too, ratings. With all that going up. We also have to talk about AEW because, like, real competition now, man. And
that's a whole different,
it's a whole different story.
There's a whole different story right now.
Honestly, dude, I gotta be honest. Is CM...
Say it.
Is CM Punk the problem?
That's what it seems.
Oh.
From what I've been reading, from what I've been watching, that's what it seems.
God damn it. Because, dude, take yourself back to that last year where it's been 7 years and his whole story with the WWE and how he was burned out and lost his, like, love for the sport. here comes AEW because again, those first couple of years were incredible. How incredible? Enough to get the iconic CM Punk back on the scene, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that it's still like when you think back to it, it's still like incredible, you know?
That's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what really like put them in the atmosphere, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it started off really well because you know, like Punk was really working with like the young talent, you know, Darby Allin, the stuff he did with him.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
And I love that little part where he says, like, hey, a 14-year-old CM Punk would have had Darby Allin as his favorite wrestler because of, like, the punk rock aesthetic. It's, like, Daredevil style. Like, I love that, you know? Like, he was actually there to work with the younger talent.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
And then the whole, what do you call it? That whole promo, that heavy promo with MJF.
Oh, the MJ stuff was genius, man.
Dude, I was like, because I don't catch them live as much anymore.
Right, I feel
But
you.
when they post that video on YouTube, I'm like, I need to see this. If they posted a promo, not even a match, a promo, I'm like, I need to see that.
If a promo gets you, man, like, oh my god, you know they're doing something right.
Dude, it was heavy.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was heavy.
But yeah, no, man, the first few, that first year, CM Punk coming back was amazing. Because again, like he said, he was working with the younger talent, really boosting them up, really caring about the company and what they were about. Where I started getting worried,
When?
was it too early for him to win the heavyweight championship?
Yeah, dude.
Because, dude, I felt like the moment that Adam Page won it against Kenny Omega was like glorious. But then his run was, it was mediocre at best, you know? Like, the fights with Daniel Bryan, those were amazing. I love those, but I don't know, like everybody else, even Adam Cole was like, man, you know? Like, I couldn't get invested in it. Like, I really felt like he needed more time to, like, find good opponents, build good feuds and stuff.
Yeah, because if you see with Hangman, like, when he had the title, it was like, it felt like sped up. Like,
Yeah.
every feud was sped up. I'm like, give it time. Like, okay, if he had, like, I don't know how many feuds he had. I don't know how many times he actually defended
Like
it.
4, maybe?
Okay.
I can't remember.
It would have been good in a year to have 2 main feuds and, like, work it out.
Right,
But
right.
since he had 4, it felt like super sped up. And I'm like, dog, like, I don't even know who's he fighting no more. Like,
No,
who's
it
he
was hard to keep
fighting?
track. He had like this one random little skirmish with Lance Archer, right? They did have a pretty cool like Texas.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
That one was a tight one.
That one was cool, yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like, at that point, once it was announced that Punk was like going for the championship, it's like, okay, like, that put me in like between a rock and a hard place, you know? Because it's like, yes, it would be cool to see Punk on top again, but at the same time, this whole like payoff with Adam Page and his story was amazing, and you're just gonna take that away right there and then?
That's what happened.
That's what
That's
happened.
what happened. Like, it took everything away. And I'm like, they could have given him more time. A little bit more time.
Much more.
But to me, if they wouldn't have done that, then we wouldn't have Adam Page and the Dark Order stuff that they did.
True.
I mean, it could have happened either way, but it was like, to me, it happened way too early.
It definitely happened way too early, man. And I mean, you know the whole like what people talked about during their promos. Adam Page got a little personal and like, you know, shootful.
Yeah.
And basically, like the way I see it, it's like I think David Meltzer explained it. This kind of reminded, and Dave Meltzer's been around for a while,
Yeah,
man.
He's been a minute.
This has been I think he said that it's somewhat similar. It reminded him of the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels situation back in the 90s,
Yeah.
which is not good. Not good
That's
at
a
all.
whole different thing.
Yeah. But you see that, I mean, I kind of get it, you know, like Adam Page put so much work into this company. CM Punk comes in and it's like, just because he's a big name, you're going to give it to him, which again, I would love to see him there, but I felt like, I think it would have been better if Punk had lost Adam Page.
Yeah, and like eventually come back and try to win it.
Yes.
But on the first one, I'm like, nah, dog. Like,
Nah.
let Paige have this one.
Exactly. It would have helped him so much.
It would have put him even higher up than he was.
Way higher up, yeah. Probably the main face of AEW, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was incredible. But yeah, man, and it doesn't stop at Adam Page, like if we fast forward a little bit, he beats Adam Page, and again, it's cool, like I love CM Punk. He's got some great stuff. He got injured, sadly, had to basically
surgery,
yeah, surgery, and he had to relinquish the title on his foot and stuff, yeah. And then, John Moxley is the champion. That's good. They have a good little feud. I don't like the way that was booked, though.
The which one?
Like
the return match.
The return, a 3-minute like.
Dude, that when I said it to you, I was like, "This is big."
Yes,
because they made Moxley look like I'm the man now.
Yeah.
Like I don't care,
I guess.
No,
yeah.
I get it. But at the same time, it seemed rushed for the rematch.
Exactly.
Because I thought anybody was just going to challenge him. But it seemed rushed.
It was.
And I'm like, don't mess this up, man.
Don't mess this up. Yeah, please don't. But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like they could have gone 10 minutes at least. Sorry if you guys are hearing some background noise. There's a freaking garbage truck.
Yeah, it would have been cool for a 10-minute match. Anything more than 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was a squash match, man.
I know it was. Again, I felt like they could have done better with that. I mean, there's also that thing you gotta... God dang it, so sorry. There's a goddamn garbage truck in here, man. Alright, but ignore that. What was I gonna say? You also gotta consider this. Supposedly, Punk still wasn't at 100%. Supposedly. Yeah. And I don't know if that... I don't know how much that ties into that, like, the booking behind that match, but, still, 10 minutes playing it safe, because they're both reliable, safe workers. They could have done it fine with just a little bit more time, but fast, go ahead.
No, keep on. I'm saying yeah.
I was going to say, fast forward a little bit. Oh, and before that, actually, that whole, that receipt that Punk did in that promo towards Adam Page.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, where he made him look like a coward, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys remember, that promo prior to the John Moxley fight, where he went into business for himself and called him out to come get a rematch right away, but he wasn't scheduled for that, and just made him look kind of lame. Well, I mean, personally, I didn't think it was a big deal because I thought he will be back, just not right now. But then once you start reading, he did that on his own to make him look bad, oh.
Yeah. And then look what happened in the recent one.
Oh, boy. All Out.
Dude. Oh, man.
First of all, great pay-per-view.
It was great.
That was a great pay-per-view. The return of MJF.
I know. I was shocked when he came back.
Right?
Because I was still wondering, where the hell is MJF? I was still wondering, where's he at?
Me too, man. Me too. He came back, and there was some good stuff, the double betrayal again to Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus.
That one pissed me off.
Hey, if it pissed you off, it worked, man.
It worked, but it pissed me off.
Yeah. But yeah, no, a great one, and they had a decent match this time, Punk and Moxley.
Yeah.
But damn it, everybody is talking about the aftermath, the press conference.
It's more of the aftermath than the actual match.
Yes.
Which sucks because it was a good match. The whole pay-per-view was good.
It was.
But the aftermath is the only thing everybody talks about.
They're not even talking about MJF.
They're not talking about that. They're not talking about the trios titles. They're not talking about... Even though they got involved too.
Exactly.
But, oh, man. Yeah.
Point is, guys, if you haven't heard by now, here's, just a quick rundown. You can watch this online. CM Punk's little, kind of lashing out, He got asked something about Colt Cabana.
Oh, that pissed him off.
Yeah, because, if you guys know that whole story, they were friends, turned into bitter enemies now. He went off on not just him, but the people who were, supposedly the favorites in the company, and just, cursing here and there, and, Punk speaks his mind, and it has landed him in hot water before, even in WWE.
And even more now.
Even more now, man. Like, I mean, they're never gonna have him back in WWE, man. And after this,
They're not gonna have him back in AEW
I mean,
anymore.
I hope so, man. I hope they do. But here's the thing. So he said that stuff, and people didn't take lightly to that because, in wrestling and anywhere, any type of profession, there's egos. Supposedly, they go to his locker room. There's some stuff going down. There's some hands thrown. There's like a chair thrown and biting.
Yeah.
Freaking biting. His trainer, what's his name? Steel something?
Ace Steel.
Ace Steel bites Kenny Omega.
Ace Steel throws a chair at Nick Jackson.
Oh, God dang
So
it.
basically, that's the only two things that are true.
Okay, so...
From what they know. Everything else, nobody knows what's up.
Really?
They're still trying to figure it out because they're under investigation.
Oh, really? Oh.
So everybody's getting asked, like, what happened?
What happened?
But the for sure thing is, Kenny got bit.
So he did get bit.
And Nick got a chair thrown at him.
Oh, dang.
Those are the for sure two ones. But everything else is like, we're going to have to wait.
Gonna have to wait. Another investigation.
Another one.
Oh, God.
But from this, there's a tournament to find out who's going to be the new champion.
Oh, and the trios were already...
Four
the
trios,
Death Triangle, that was
and-
awesome. And the heavyweight championship,
Oh, man,
too.
the trios one, dude, that one made me, like, happy because I'm like, at
Death
least...
Triangle, man.
And, dude, like, if it's not Pac that can't come to the country because of COVID, or if it's Phoenix getting injured, like, finally, they're getting something.
Exactly, something.
So I'm glad. I was happy for that. But then you got the tournament for the AEW Championship, which I'm like, okay, so you got Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen most of it, but I'm just putting the names out there.
Right.
Then you got John Moxley, Chris Jericho,
Right.
that they don't have to wrestle anybody yet.
Right.
And you had
Well,
Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson.
should we just spoil it right now for
Nah.
people? No, okay. Well,
At least, I don't want to do it.
All right, guys, take your time to watch that because so far it's pretty good.
It's pretty
But
good. But for sure in 2 weeks, there's at least a new champion.
That'll be awesome. Yeah, but you see, like all that because of what happened backstage, like
People started talking.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
and Tony Khan, he seems like a young guy, right? What is he, mid-30s, late 30s?
Dude, he saw the Monday Night Wars.
Right. So
30s, 40s probably.
Yeah, little older than us, and he's a professional. I mean, he's definitely done a lot of stuff, but he's still got a lot to learn from. It seems, like
He has a lot to learn.
yeah, because at this point, he really had to make a big decision, and it isn't. I don't know if it's much of a shocker, but I mean, yeah, when stuff like that happens and you're unprofessional, you're gonna get suspended.
Yeah.
Because I mean, John Moxley said something about a promo where he was really praising the championship. If you're a champion, you gotta represent the company. And doing crap like that like high school students would be doing, it's like,
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to put it down to that level, but sometimes it feels like that.
Yeah, but like, so, because I didn't see that promo or whatever he did, CM Punk did at the end of it. So I read it and I'm like, dog, like, you're the top. Why are you talking crap about everybody? You're representing them. You're representing the company. You're next to the owner. Like, dude, that's like, you gotta get fired soon.
And well, look what happened. Well, suspended, but
But they're still on trying to figure out what happened.
right.
And it's most likely he might get fired.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. But at the same time, it puts the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, like, I think they're going to demote you guys. Because, I mean, they probably were in the right to say something, but, like, they're going to demote them or something.
Probably, man. Who knows? I guess that's stuff we gotta wait for, but
You're going to have to wait for that anyways.
yeah. But you see, again, man, it's just such a big time right now to be a wrestling fan, because it's just so much stuff that's going on right now that's really fueling the fire between, the AEW side, the WWE side, and like everything else too, you know, like New Japan Pro Wrestling, AAA, CMLL, like there's stuff going on, man.
Yeah, like what was it earlier this year in Triple Mania? Vampiro came back.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh crap! And then like that's another thing I love about AEW. They don't have that whole forbidden door thing. Like
Nah,
they
that
let
why do you think Phoenix and Penta are in AEW because they're
Exactly.
from AAA.
Exactly, man. But yeah, so again, man,
Like when they brought people from the NJPW. To me, I was like, finally, people get to know who they were.
finally.
And I'm like,
It helped me get to know who they were.
you know, and like you know about Okada already, but like when you hear about Tanahashi, you hear about all these other wrestlers, like finally.
Exactly. Like there's stuff you missed out that, you know.
Like if you didn't
Back in the
catch
day.
them when they were happening, but you're gonna know who they are now.
Exactly, man. So again, I mean, like AEW had such a huge rise, man.
Oh man,
It's in tough waters right now, but again, it's still growing.
yeah, it's still growing.
We just gotta wait and see what happens, you know. And I guess when it comes to WWE, like they've been hot, they've been cold, they've been hot, they've been cold.
But they're not what they're doing though.
Exactly. It's all those years being around, you know, and especially right now with Triple H in charge and stuff. Like,
Dude, like okay, like with him being in charge, he brought back Braun Strowman.
yeah, I didn't expect.
Did you see him slip?
No,
Fell.
I did not see that.
Okay,
Wow.
well, when he does the whole run around the ring,
Oh yeah.
he tripped before he tackled somebody.
Oh well.
So he fell first, he got back up, and he kept running and tackled somebody.
Well, accidents happen.
Yeah, but it was like, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm happy for that.
Yeah. All right. Sweet, sweet. But I'm waiting for the Fiend to come back, man. The Fiend. Wait,
Oh,
Brad.
okay.
If he comes back as a Fiend, I still feel like he should come back and get a little bit more of a run there.
Yeah, dude, like, I think he
His
was
character
cut
was
short.
so. Yeah. If anything, man.
Well, I mean, mostly everybody that left got cut short.
Yeah, it's true. But, you know, like, again, Papa H is in charge. He's doing great so far. We'll see how that goes. AEW, it's just going through a lot right now. But again, everybody.
It's gonna learn.
Exactly. True. But again, everybody. It's just such an amazing time to be a wrestling fan right now because there's
Exactly.
stuff to talk about. That's what we do here, you know. And, well, we're about reaching that time, man. Again, let's just keep watching, you know, every week. We'll probably be posting around like every Monday or something. Yeah. Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
All
That'd
right.
be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, man. But you know, again, guys, catch us on social medias and stuff. We'll set out some like Instagrams. We'll probably make, you know, TikToks, all that stuff. But yeah, again, I'm Mooski.
I'm Charlieverse.
Alrighty, guys, and that's the wrestling news with us, Dropkick SoCal. So again, guys, keep up to date, and you know we'll talk about whatever goes down next time. And yeah, guys, all right,
See ya.
see ya. Dropkick out or something. I don't know. We'll come up with a phrase, guys. All right, till next time, guys. Take care.
Laters.